also streaming there. We have, I wish you could see the view from here, but we have, what are we looking at? An iPad, two phones, and a camera. So I believe we're on all the platforms or trying to get there. So this is Heidi Carpenter next to me, and she has an Instagram page, in Just Puppets. And I will try to remember later. We're going to have her explain what she's doing. Ashley, we could start with that, right? Would you like to explain?
Well, sure. I can say that the first two songs that we're going to do, this is a cranky box made out of a suitcase. And it's a really old form of entertainment is to have just drawings on paper, and then they scroll through. And I'll be doing shadow puppets behind there with some colorful gels and things involved. And yeah, that's all you need to know.
And we are award-winning puppet and ukulele act. Last night we were at Village Theater, and I got to compete in my first puppet slam. And we placed. There were so many acts. So then to place was amazing. So here we are, Toys for Tots. If you would like to donate to Toys for Tots, the website is www.toysfortots.org. Wait, oops. Org.com. And they give you so many options of ways to donate money, or if you wanted to drop off a toy, there's drop-off locations. Are you ready? In this first song that we're going to do, Thank you, Heidi. That was Birds and Bees, which I have gone into the recording studio, and that'll be up on Spotify hopefully soon. But if you'd like to see that as a lyric video, it's on my YouTube channel. And that was Birds and Bees on a cranky. And so that's an example of a shadow puppets, right? Shadow puppet work. This next song is a song based on an old Scottish expression. The expression is, if a wish were a horse, then beggars would ride. And it's kind of a negative expression, but I've turned it into something positive. If a wish were a horse. Making me tear up seeing all this beautiful work from behind the stage. Thank you, everybody who's online here. I believe I'm streaming to Kimono My House, which is a virtual house concert site that helped me get my performance chops. And thank you for the people who have come in to watch, Jeff and Pete. Heidi here next to me, and Amy helping behind the camera, and Paula. And so if you've just joined us online, just yell them out. Okay, can't see the name. Meet me under the redwood tree. It has heart-shaped leaves falling off the tree. Meet me under the redwood tree. It's all good. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Meet me under a sweet gum tree. It has spiky thorns. Oh, step carefully. If you should fall, my arms are free. Meet me under the sweet gum tree. It's all good. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Meet me under a dogwood tree. The one with the fiddle and the wagon wheel. No bouquet of flowers until the spring. Meet me under the dogwood tree. It's all good. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Love is priceless, like trees of gold. But a ring on a tree is hard to hold. Meet me halfway in the in-betweens. This heart-shaped game is a forest dream. Meet me halfway. May you choose the tree. But before the last leaf falls, tell me, do you feel the same? I've never had a tree sing to me. Oh, thank you. Oh, that deserves a bird whistle. Okay. Hello, I'm afraid it's gonna slide off. Oh. Oh, just tell me the names. Hi there. So this is another example of a wonderful shadow puppet show. This, Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Madeline. Oh, thank you, Madeline. Oh, hi, Ruby, Missy. I'm at the Heck.House right now, and I'm looking at their wonderful kitchen. My friend Missy has a wonderful cooking show. This next song is called The Scorpion and the Frog. happen next. And I think people project what happens next based on their own situation. Thank you. I wish you could all sit where I'm sitting and see the puppet show and the magic from behind. It's not any less magical knowing how the magician does their trick. This next song is called Cicada Serenade. And it's a song that I wrote during the pandemic. I started songwriting during the pandemic. During the pandemic in Atlanta happened to be 2020 was the end of the 13-year life cycle for the male cicada. So it was quite loud that year. And I know because I did a lot of my music videos in 2020 outside where it was COVID safe. And in a lot of my YouTube videos, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a YouTube channel, you'll hear a lot of cicada in a lot of my videos. So if you've just joined us on Kimono or our many platforms on YouTube for Heck.House, on Instagram for Silvia on the ukulele, or Instagram for In Just Puppets, we're here at Heck.House and we're here to support Toys for Tots. So if you'd like to donate to Toys for Tots, go to toysfortots.org. And there's multiple ways to donate. So we did a whole bunch of different puppet, puppet styles. We've done shadow puppets with the cranky. We've had, what other styles? A rod puppet. And it was a singing tree. And now you would call this,
Toy theater. I would say toy theater with paper puppets.
okay. So I'm Silvia on the ukulele. I write a lot about nature and plants as love songs. So this is a love song, but it does turn into something else. Three-tier cake. Hand me the spoon in our kitchenette for two. We'll leave behind our empty shells. We'll dare to take the step. What we know and behold is the key of G to the kingdom. So that was a song with a proposal. I hope the answer was yes. So I'm Silvia on the ukulele, and I have Heidi's Carpenter of In Just Puppets. I have to say, when I wrote that song, I was in college. I was an English major, and one of my favorite poems was Andrew Marvell's To His Coy Mistress. So there is a reference in there. But at my back, I always hear Times Winged Chariot scurrying here. It's from his poem To His Coy Mistress. So we are in the holiday season. I hope you can see this set here. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, there's going to be a reveal. So when I met Heidi, I looked at her. We said that we would collaborate, and I looked through her social media posts to see what other material she had, and I noticed that she had something that I wanted to use for this song, so it's recycled from another holiday. Oh, you don't have to, that's okay if she vlogs. They can hear. And we're here at the Heck.House here in Scottsdale. No S, no second S. It's Scottsdale, Georgia. Yeah, and right here too. You ready? Oh, that's okay. I've got other stuff. The song is called Gingerbread Man. Will you be my gingerbread man? We can hold gingerbread hands. Let's book a And that was Gingerbread Man and Woman. So that was our set with puppets. I'm gonna finish singing with a few more songs that I have while Heidi breaks down her set. Thank you so much. It's so amazing to see all these different styles of puppet work. Before I met her, I really had one concept of what puppetry was, but this has really been amazing. So if you've just joined us, I'm Silvia on the ukulele, and that was Heidi who did her wonderful puppet work with an assist by Paula of the Heck.House, who's also the owner of this venue that we're at. And I am Silvia on the ukulele. You can find me on Instagram. I play the ukulele and some other instruments too. This is a song I wrote for the banjo. It's about chickens. Oh, but before we do that, let me give the mic over to Paula.
Hi.
She'll talk a little bit about the Heck House.
What the heck is going on? The next event is at Waller's Coffee Shop. We have last minute Krampus. We have Jim Stacy dressed as Krampus. Get pictures, because we know some of y'all is way too naughty for Santa. And we'll have live goats there too. We will have several local artists gifts, and some of the gifts are very naughty. So we're all excited about the gifts and the event. So it's on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Waller Coffee Shop, December the 17th and 18th. Make sure you stop by and play with the goats. Don't eat them. Pat them. I also want to, somebody got quit something. I also want to, I'm supposed to be celebrating a friend's birthday, but I'm too busy. So I want to do a shout out to Stephen, who lives down over there in Creekdale, and he's getting too old. He's turning 60 today. He's way too old for me, too old to party. So I just want to say happy birthday, and you're way too old. You ready for your chicken song? I want to hear it.
I have a chicken. Yeah, you can. You can even help me with the solo.
Okay.
The solo is fun. Just in case. There's a lot to learn about the world. A few odd things that I've observed about the pecking order and the holy writ. Blessed be the henpecked, for heaven they'll inherit. Blessed be the henpecked, for heaven they'll inherit. Chicken roulette, chicken on your head. It's a gamble. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? What do you prefer, the breast or the leg? To be or not to be, that is the question. Spin the wheel, let's make a deal. Chicken roulette, chicken on your head. It's a gamble. Blessed be the henpecked, for heaven they'll inherit. Blessed be the henpecked, for heaven they'll inherit. Chicken roulette, chicken on your head. It's a gamble. You know what else is a gamble? When I do a solo. So here's the solo. Sing along. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, buck. This would make a great puppet show, Heidi. 6 of one or half a dozen of the other. Who are you, my keeper or my brother? They say, don't put all your And that was my chicken song. So, if you have just joined us, we are here live at the Heck.House, streaming for a wonderful fundraiser. And thank you so much, Marty Lane, for organizing this whole day, 2-day festival of musicians fundraising for Toys for Tots. So later on, all of our streams will be archived together under one stream called Tunes for Tots. So let's see. I have a few more songs. This next song, I think it is, let's see. This next song is called I see some comments on the stream. It's a wonderful thing being online. So many people can watch from around the world. So if you're watching online, tell us what city you're watching from. I know I had some friends in Amsterdam, some in Spain, in Italy, some in Hawaii. So tell us what city you're streaming or you're watching from. So this next song, I'm going to put my barred owl here. This is actually my son's owl. This is a Harry Potter owl. This is Harry Potter's owl. His head turns. And the song that I wrote is called Ballad of the Barred Owl. And the barred owl is a native Georgia bird, and it has dots on it. And that owl, when you look at that owl from afar, it has the dots connect and they look like bars. I am a singer-songwriter, and I composed this song on an ukulele, and I wanted to feature the bars, the bar chords on the ukulele. So this song is called Ballad of the Barred Owl. all of us here today. The Heck.House, Silvia on the ukulele, and Heidi on Ingest Puppets. So we are on Instagram and on YouTube. And we're here for Toys for Tots. Thank you, Paula, for hosting us today, and Amy also working hard on all the different computers. So thank you, Heidi, who was here earlier. Next up at 5 o'clock, a few minutes from now, we're going to have Jeff Evans. He's already here, and we're going to do a special poetry set. I'm also a poet. If you'd like to see more of my poems, I'm on TikTok at Passion Fruit Poetry. So if you've been watching the set, I have played a lot of songs about animals, horses, frogs, scorpions, trees. This song is about the passion fruit plant. It has different names. In the South, it's called a maypop, and I guess there's a history behind that. In the South, kids would take the maypop, which is kind of like a hollow ball, and they would throw it on the ground and it would pop. So they were often treated as these invasive weeds and toys to be thrown around, but if you water it, it actually has this pulpy seed, and becomes the passion fruit. So it's called the maypop here in the South, but it's also the passion fruit. So I wrote a song about it. Passion fruit in the palm of my hand, from a Georgia vine, a passion plant, from an ancient garden that time forgot. Pick it, forget me or forget me not. It's hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Passion fruit in the palm of my hand. Passion fruit in the palm of my hand. Oh, 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 oh. Thanks, Paula. And that was my puppetry set and my animal set. Thank you, Heidi, again for assisting me here at the Heck.House, and also last night at Village Theater, where they have competitive puppet slams. So there's so much. I'm so grateful to be here in Atlanta, and I hope that the Atlanta audience here can represent us in the Toys for Tots. It's a national program, but I hope that Atlanta turns out. And donations for Toys for Tots. So we will keep the stream going now, and I'll just warm up here, and we're gonna have Jeff Evans join us at 5 o'clock. It's about 8:02 right now, so we're gonna change sets. So stay with us, and I'll just finger pick here and warm up. I'm sure it's been cold here, so we have stringed instruments, and they often go out of tune when you're transporting them. So you can come sit here, and I'll just. I wish I could tell jokes, but I don't know very many jokes. I only know one Filipino joke. Stay tuned for at 5 o'clock. We're gonna do a poetry set. Oh, I like your shirt. Thank you all for stopping by too. We have an audience here, a very rowdy audience here. Pete Midnight. It helps to have, I've loved my virtual community, but it helps to have actual people to look at. And when I was playing that last song, heads were bopping, so that also helps. And Jeff is gonna get ready and tune up, and I am going to rowdy. So we're here for Toys for Tots. I'm Silvia on the ukulele, but I also am a poet. I guess I could talk about my process. So I am a poet, and I usually write my lyrics first. And then I try to come up with a melody, or sometimes the lyrics themselves indicate what kind of genre it's going to be. Blues, bluegrassy, ballady. So I have a lot of poems, and then I try to turn them into song. But not every poem wants to be a song. So sometimes I just leave them as poems. In this poetry set, I have a poem that I tried to turn into a blues song, and it's a very nice blues song, but to me it's even more interesting just as a poem. My friend Jeff is going to be playing slide guitar on it. And he's gonna set up here. Great. Did you bring back roads and bridges? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. We'll wing it. So, one of my goals for next year is to do more collaborations. The first time I met Heidi Carpenter, I knew right away I wanted to collaborate with her in some way. Maybe we could bring that stool you were. If you want notes too. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. So to collaborate, I know that there's so many poets out there who are probably going to be very jealous when they hear this collaboration. Slide guitar and mandolin. Some, yeah, we're just going to improvise and see what happens. I think some of the poems themselves lend themselves to different styles. Oh, this is my soprano ukulele, but I'm going to be reading poems. So I can actually set this aside. Oh. Thank you, Amy, for working the cameras back there. I have such appreciation for audio and video tech people because during the pandemic, I had to do it all myself, and it is nerve-wracking, especially when you've done a whole live stream and then realized it never got recorded or something went wrong or it was not landscape or vertical. So you always do need a team. You okay? And just to make things more comfortable, Jeff, I have a stand here for you. No? If you want, yeah. Yeah, just when you're not, and then the mandolin should fit on the other side. Oh, yeah, so, well, yeah, he's probably gonna have to tune because it's cold and rainy out there. It's okay. So we'll be starting at around 5-ish with poetry and music of some sort. I'm Silvia on the ukulele. I'm also a poet. You can find me at TikTok at Passion Fruit Poetry. As a musician, you can find me on Instagram at Silvia on the ukulele, and that's Silvia with 2 I's and ukulele or ukulele with 2 U's. And we're here at the Heck.House. Thank you, Atlanta, and thank you, Atlanta Magazine. I was recently honored to be selected in the Best of Atlanta 2022. So thank you so much for that. It should be hitting the newsstands, but the digital copy is out already. So it was so hard to keep it secret. The photographer emailed me and said, you're going to be in the December issue. When can you come into the studio? So that was a couple weeks ago, and I did not want to tell anybody, and it was so hard to keep it secret. But it's out now, so I will hopefully live up to the honor. So we are here. So this is a poem I wrote. No, that's okay, I'm still, yeah. This is a poem I wrote called Back Roads and Bridges. And I have so many poems that I've written because I like writing poetry, but I'm also was in several poetry groups. And this group was started by a friend. His name is John Phipps, a friend of ours on Kimono My House. And he started a group, and he would have these poetry prompts. And for me, being an Asian immigrant, you know how immigrant kids have such a work ethic. So whenever we're assigned anything, we do it. So when someone gives me a poetry prompt, I find some way to write a poem about it. So this one is called Backroads and Bridges. And I remember that the poetry prompt for this was the Blue Ridge Mountains. So of course I thought of John Denver's song, Country Roads. So I actually had that song in my head when I was writing this poem. And I actually made my first version of this poem, I made the cadences follow that song. But like I said, I often turn a lot of my poems into songs, but I was afraid to turn this one into a song because I thought it would be too much plagiarizing of Country Roads. So I left it alone. But I read this poem to some friends of mine, very special friends, at a circle jam. And one of my friends heard my poem and he asked if he could turn it into a song. So he has since gone to the recording studio, and he's gone into the recording studio and he recorded this song with his own melody. So I am so grateful for that. Just chime in and tell me when you're ready, but I'll just okay. One of the things I learned during the pandemic, because I was doing a lot of live streams, I was in a 100 Days project, which is a national project started out of San Francisco. But during the pandemic, there was a ukulele subgroup, so it was 100 Days of Ukulele. And there was about 5,000 of us around the world posting videos of our practices for 100 days. So I've learned early on to do live streams and talk while I was playing and tune while I was playing. It's a good skill set. Okay, so this first poem is called Backroads and Bridges, and I'm being accompanied by Jeff Evans. Summertime, dreamtime, Red Clay, Georgia, man of the mountains, pine trees touching heaven, clouds of cotton floating in the sky, banjo strings and birds' wings, peaches in the pie. Can you hear the radio from the old pickup truck, kicking up dust on the back roads on the way? It's been years, but some things just feel the same. We belong to yesterday. Tupelo honey, moonshine in a jar, cabin smoke in the mountains, sweetheart barefoot in the dark, skinny dipping, day tripping, checkers on the back porch, time for compliments and fishing. Dusty country back roads, I'm not alone. You know the way, though I have roamed. I'm coming home, here to stay. Back roads and bridges, take me home. Back roads and bridges from long ago. So that was Backroads and Bridges, which you can find on my TikTok account, TikTok at Passion Fruit Poetry. And that was Backroads and Bridges, and Jeff is playing on his 40-year-old acoustic guitar. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
It's 40 years old. It's acoustic guitar. It was my first guitar. I bought it at Chambly Plaza, which is obviously in Chambly. And I've managed somehow to not screw it up. Got a little marky mark here, a little tiny marky mark over there, but for 40 years, and it's all in one piece. I'm pretty happy. You don't have to show that to me. Okay. Oh, I see it.
Okay, this next poem is called Staring Contest. So, growing up, no, it's flopping down. It won't stay. An Asian kid, and that was going to the fish market. Staring contest. Wide-eyed staring contest between the kid and the fish head. Step up. Pull a number. Chicago Fulton Fish Market at the crack of dawn.